welcome back to another video. It's Jada Khadijah here. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. So today I'm trying Gel X nails at home for the first time, and I honestly didn't do too bad, if I do say so myself. Don't mind the extra polish on the side, y'all. It was my first time. Before we get started, I will have all the items linked down below that I'm using in this video. So I have watched a couple YouTube videos on how to properly do your nails so that they last, and that the first step is that you need to start off with some clean, oil-free nails. Here, I'm just pushing my cuticles back with the cuticle tool that came inside the kit that I got. I said tit. The kit that I got. So the kit that I got came with a lot of things. It really came with everything that you needed. So here I'm just like following the method that I've seen, you know, nail techs do and that I've learned from the other videos. And now I'm trimming my excess cuticles with the I guess it's called a cuticle trimmer. And y'all, this honestly kind of freaked me out because I was scared that I was gonna hurt myself or cut my cuticles too deep on accident and then have a bloody mess. But honestly, it wasn't that bad. Like, it was super easy since my cuticles were already, I guess, like soft enough. It was easy to trim them. But doing both of these steps, so pushing your cuticles back and trimming the excess cuticles, they just make sure that the nails look neat and that your nail bed is healthy and clear, so that when you do apply the nails, it looks natural and it don't look like you just added a nail on top of a, I guess, hot ass mess. Next, I'm going to clip my nails that are a bit long because I do plan on doing the short set. I've been into like short nails lately. Like for the past couple months, I've only been getting short nails. Like the longest I'll go is probably like a medium length, but I haven't been doing super long nails. So that's what I'm just trimming them here. And then I'm going to buff my nails out. And I'm also going to use a nail drill with the sandpaper bit to buff for even more like precision. And I will have that link below. So the nail drill actually didn't come with the kit that I got, but I bought that separately because I just felt like it would just be useful to have in general. Now, using a drill for the first time is kind of hard too, because like you need to be able to control the speed of the drill and keep your hands still at the same time. But it was kind of hard for me, so that you can kind of see like the drill would drill off to the side or like get off of the nails because I wasn't controlling it properly. But of course this will get easier with time. The more you practice, the easier it will be for you to use this. But honestly, I feel like this makes a tremendous difference when you do your nails versus when you don't use it. So now I'm testing out the nail tips to see which ones fit each finger. And honestly, the nail tips that came in this kit are perfect. Like, I love the square shape because I usually get square shape. And it's not too wide either. So it's easy to try to get the shape that you want if you are a square girly like me. But here, I'm just filing either the size of the tip or the cuticle side down to a better shape if it doesn't fit my nail. So what you should do is you should get a nail that is too big rather than a nail that is too small, because you can make a bigger nail fit rather than a small nail. Like, that'll just look crazy. So that's what I'm doing here. And honestly, it was kind of hard too, because if you file too much, you can mess up the shape, which is exactly what happened with my thumb at first. So I had to redo it. So it's going to get easier as time progresses to file, but I did struggle with that on this set. some of the videos I watch, I learned that you should buff the actual nail prior to putting glue on so that it's gritty and grips the nail well, and it also gives it a more natural look and feel. So that's what I'm doing here on the front and the inside of the nail. I'm using the nail drill to basically buff out that inside and even the sides a little bit, just to get a more like natural shape or I guess gradient to my real nail. Now I'm just wiping my nails with some alcohol to make sure that there's no excess oils and that I just make sure that they're clean and ready to go before I add my primer and then get to applying the nails on. So yeah, look, my nails look all nice and clean. I feel like I did a good job, you know, getting them all prepped for this set. And now I'm priming my nails with the nail primer that came inside the kit, which is super important for long lasting nails. I think the purpose of the primer is just to like provide a base and making sure that the glue sticks on to your nails and the acrylic. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I never really looked into what the point of the primer is, but I just know it's good. First, let's talk about this glue. It's called Glamnetic, and I found this at, I believe, Ulta or Sephora, one of those stores, but I'll have that link below too. But another great tip I learned is to add a coat of nail glue on your actual nails first and let them dry before you add the glue onto the tip and then add the tip onto your nail. Because I heard it's supposed to, you know, be long lasting, and I made this video 2 weeks ago and my nails are still on. There's only been one nail that kind of popped off, and that's because I didn't add enough glue to it. So definitely invest in this nail glue. Now here comes the tricky part, and that's gluing the nails on. So this is still a learning process for me, but making sure that you have enough glue on the nails is important so that you don't get any air bubbles, and of course so that they can stay on. So, but it's sometimes hard to not add too much on accident, which is what happened with my thumb, and of course, so that's why it looks white. You'll see that later on, but this thumb was gonna look white, and it's because I had too much glue on it, and it ended up drying on the outside. So I was able to use the right amount of glue for the rest of the nails once I realized my mistake. So after adding the glue to one nail, you want to cure it immediately after under the UV light for about 20 to 30 seconds before you put your whole hand in after you're done, you know, applying the tips to each finger. So I recommend using a gooseneck lamp for curing each finger part because it was a struggle trying to hold the nail down and cure it at the same time with this dome type lamp. I feel like my nail was kind of covering up the purpose of the light trying to penetrate the glue. So yeah, I would definitely get a gooseneck lamp for next time. I feel like that would be so much easier and quicker. So this is the nail that I had mentioned earlier that had too much glue on it. So I'm using this pointy tip here with the nail drill bit to clean up the excess glue and just making sure that everything is smooth and flat around the cuticles. And I'm just gonna do this on every nail, just so even if there's not a lot of glue on it, I'm still using it just to get that base. So now I'm clipping my nails to the desired length that I want, and I recommend using a nail tip clipper rather than a regular nail clipper like I'm using here, because it'll be easier to file and maintain the right shape. So when I was using this clipper, because it's not wide enough, I had to try to clip from both sides and like flip it, just do the most to try to, you know, get it to break off. So definitely get a nail tip clipper instead. So now we're going into the last step, which is not the last step, but near the last step, which is painting the nails. And y'all, I'm not even gonna hold you. I suck at painting my nails. I'm so much better at painting my toenails, only because, you know, you only have to use one hand to do your toenails, but with your fingernails, if you're not left-handed, it's really wraps. So I was so shaky doing this, and here it does look like I'm not getting the sides, but I do eventually go back in to get those sides in. So I did do about, I think 3 coats, only because this color was so light. So this is the first coat here, and then I let that cure for 90 seconds each time, or until I feel like it's dry enough. So here I'm using a small makeup brush with some alcohol on it just to wipe up the sides and try to get as much polish I can off. This was kind of hard too because I was kind of accidentally wiping off the polish off the nails too. So this is also something that I'll just have to practice for the next set.
beats on the beat.
Cedric on the beat.
So now I'm just adding the top coat to both hands and just letting that cure as well. So after adding the top coat and letting that dry off, I'm slightly filing to make sure that everything is crisp. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just use some alcohol to just clean everything up before I add my cuticle oil to finish off. So let me know what y'all think down below. But overall, I don't think I did a bad job for the first time. And of course, it'll get better with more practice. And I'll share some more tips with y'all as I continue to work on my craft and continue to do my own nails if I continue to do so, which I think I will, because this will save me about like $70 a month, because I be paying like $70 for a fill. They be taxing y'all. Like, I don't know why they still charging $20 extra for gel polish when that's what everyone uses to begin with. But anyway, enough of my little rant. I hope you all enjoyed this video and get a chance to try these on your own, because it can definitely save you money and add another skill under your belt. So thank you all for watching, and seeing you all in the next video. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Oh.